Welcome to Yaka Digital Network. Take a quick look around you right now, at your mobile phone, at your modern shoes, at your household tools. If you check the label, you will likely see these three words: Made in China. In the 1970s, China was a closed, mostly agricultural society. Today, it is the largest manufacturing nation on Earth. This transformation happened through a deliberate policy called reform and opening up. This map illustrates the first step in that strategy. The government encouraged millions of farmers to move from the rural interior directly into expanding coastal cities. This migration provided factories with a massive, affordable workforce that no competing country could match. The second step was the creation of Special Economic Zones, or SEZs. The state selected specific coastal areas, like the former fishing village of Shenzhen, and implemented unique pro-business tax laws. Foreign companies could bring their technology, set up factories, and immediately export finished goods through nearby deepwater ports. By pairing an enormous, mobile workforce with highly regulated coastal tax havens, the state built a highly efficient export engine. Building that export engine required climbing what economists call the industrial ladder. A nation does not start by building microchips. You start on the first rung, low-end manufacturing. This means producing items like toys, clothing, and simple plastics, goods that require a lot of manual labor but very little technical skill. Over time, the capital earned from those cheap exports is reinvested. The workforce gains management and technical experience, allowing the country to step up to the middle rung. Here, they produce household appliances, basic electronics, and cars. Today, China is operating at the top of the ladder, high-end green manufacturing. This tier is dedicated to robotics, solar panels, electric vehicles, and 5G technology. This is what the top tier looks like inside a modern facility. You are looking at an automated production line driven by precision robotics. It requires a fraction of the human labor of the first rung, but the workers present must possess advanced technical skills. Economic scaling is a sequential problem. A country cannot successfully build an autonomous robotics industry without first establishing the logistical and financial foundation generated by millions of low-end exports. Let's look at this comparison matrix to see how the African context differs from China's structural advantages. Where China operates as a unified market of 1.4 billion people with a dense rail network, African nations have historically dealt with fragmented markets and long distances to shipping ports. The most critical difference is energy. China invested heavily across multiple sources: hydro, nuclear, and coal. Many African nations rely almost entirely on single-source energy, like hydroelectricity, which leaves industrial output highly vulnerable to drought. However, China's rapid industrialization came with a severe cost. The strategy of grow first, clean up later through heavy coal usage led to dangerous pollution. This created severe public health crises in major cities. Developing nations like Uganda have a structural opportunity called leapfrogging. Instead of repeating the dirty coal phase of the 1980s, Uganda can build its industrial base on clean energy from the very beginning. This requires combining existing hydropower with massive solar investments. Facilities like these floating solar arrays provide the industrial-scale wattage needed to power modern manufacturing parks without the toxic emissions. Take a moment to think like an urban planner. How can a new Ugandan industrial park use green tech to gain an advantage in the global market? Pause the video and write down your thoughts. The answer comes down to branding and reliability. International buyers now pay a premium for carbon-neutral products, and combining solar with hydro ensures a stable grid year-round. Environmental sustainability is a direct economic strategy. It allows Ugandan goods to command higher prices and secure contracts from international buyers who demand clean supply chains. So, how does Uganda apply these mechanics to its own economy? It requires three specific pillars. First, strategic policy. The government must establish secure, legally stable special economic zones to attract foreign capital. Second, heavy preemptive investment in infrastructure. Factories cannot operate without reliable green energy grids, and goods cannot be exported without smooth rail lines and access to ports. Third, labor development. To climb beyond the lowest rung of the industrial ladder, Uganda must prioritize vocational training for its massive youth population, turning an unskilled workforce into experts in technical precision and automation. Thank you for learning with Yaka Digital Network. For more resources, interactive quizzes, and full course materials, visit our website. While no country can copy China's exact history, applying its core economic mechanics while skipping its environmental mistakes offers a clear, proven path to building a modern, wealthy nation.